everybody, and welcome back to Beginners Fab. Of course, my name is Eric McGrew. I'm the host of the show, and today you'll see that I'm actually in a shop. Behind me is where I've been working a few days a week to help out and as a part-time employee. I'm at a company called Tactical Armor Group, which is also known as TAG. They make bumpers and other accessories for off-road vehicles and such, and so we've been making bumpers and that kind of stuff. Today I've been working on a custom trailer that was a gooseneck or fifth wheel, and now it's being modified to be a standard trailer hitch. But today what I'm talking to you about specifically are 9-inch angle grinders. Now, you may wonder what there is to say about 9-inch angle grinders, and the truth is there's quite a bit, so let's get into it. First off, we have a number of angle grinders here in the shop. There is a Hitachi, which I'll show you some more video of that and photos of it. And then we have a DeWalt, which is a similar style, but of course in the DeWalt format. And then recently, due to waiting on some stuff to come in and whatnot, they went ahead and got a couple of the Harbor Freight, there you go, Chicago Electrics. So I figured I'd talk to you a little bit about the differences in them, what I found and what I think about them, so that you guys can make an educated decision. Of course, the Harbor Freight ones, the Chicago Electric, are considerably cheaper. And I'll tell you what, my first impression with them is very mixed. And here's the reason. The Hitachi, as well as the DeWalt, are a very heavy unit. They feel heavy duty, they feel like they would last, and in fact, most of them have lasted. They've lasted quite a while, a couple of years minimal of use. And remember, we're using them pretty much 3/4 of the day without stop, or with short breaks in between. And the Chicago Electrics are known to last considerably less time than that, a few months, maybe half a year. The one thing I do like about the Chicago Electric angle grinders is that they are very light in your hands. They're easy to maneuver, they're easy to handle, so that's good. One thing I do not like is that the trigger switch, which is that switch that you kick on so that you can use it the way that you want, or to use it and not have to hold the, like right here, the trigger switch, which you kick forward, and then, let's see if I can get it better. You kick it forward and then the trigger latches. See that? The problem with that on these is that you almost can't pull the trigger without it locking, which is an issue. That's not a very good deal. So that's an issue, and like I said, it's just super light duty. They're not very well balanced. You put a grinding disc on them and it starts to kind of flail in the air unless you're using it specifically horizontal. If you try to use it on a 90-degree to do a vertical grind or anything like that, they get really wonky and difficult to control. So am I a fan of them? Yes and no. If you're going to use them for long periods of time and you want something light, then yeah, it's a good option because it's cheap and it's light. But if you want it to endure a long period of time, it's not a good option. They do receive all the typical attachments, disc, whatever. You can use grinding disc, you can use the flat disc, and you can use flap wheels or whatnot. You can even put on the polishing stones if you want to use those. And they will all attach to it. But I still say that they're not a workhorse. They're just an occasional grinder or a temporary fix for being in a difficult situation. So please keep that in mind when you're looking at those. The Hitachi and the DeWalt, as well as the Milwaukees that I've used, all good machines. I have no complaints about any of them. The only thing that I did not like about the DeWalt is that the trigger for it is on top, and that makes it a little awkward because you have to put your thumb on a trigger to pull the bottom trigger. It's not that you have an actual trigger on top, it's that you have a thumb release trigger. So that's just a couple things that I'd like you to know about these tools. have some photos and videos of them. I'm not going to take photos of them running because, well, I don't have a tripod with me today, and I just don't have a way to really do it effectively. But they do all work fairly well, and once again, the Harbor Freight, for the price it is, you could buy 2 of them before you bought probably, one of the better ones, or maybe 1.5 Harbor Freight ones, I don't know. But just keep that in mind. So there's you guys' comparison. Now, don't forget to stop by and check out my other sites. You have, of course, beginnersfab.com, which you're watching now, BGRFAB.com as well, which goes to Beginners Fab. And then, of course, you also have Off-Road Independence. Please stop by, check them out. Very soon, I will be offering these kits, these bumpers that you see behind me. I will be offering them as a kit. You weld it together at home. It comes together in about 8 to 12 pieces, depending on what bumper it is and how big it is. And you guys can buy them from me, and you guys can put them together at home. So you get rid of some of the technical aspect of having to design them, but you get to make them work. So there you go. If you guys need anything else, please let me know, of course. If there's anything you want to know about on the show, let me know that as well. And once again, please stop by and check out my Zazzle store, zazzle.com, off-road_independence, and buy a shirt for BGRFAB or for offroadindependence.com and support my podcast and all these videos that I do. Thanks, guys, and have a good day.